Hello everyone, this is Crustlekyu and welcome back to another video. In this video, this is going to be an interesting delivery day video. This delivery day video is going to show the signature card that I got from Mimikbrew, and there's an interesting story behind how this whole signature card went about. So Mimikbrew channels, long story short, I didn't really know of his channel until Lechonkamania got their autograph card and did a review on his signature card. I checked out his channel at the time, but didn't really subscribe at the time. Thought his channel was interesting. Came back a little bit later after Lechonkamania was talking about Mimikbrew a little bit more and ended up subscribing. Started watching his videos, started enjoying his videos, and pretty much nowadays Mimikbrew is probably the only one I pretty much watch in the Pokemon space, besides maybe Opossum Bud every once in a while. But I did not actually win a giveaway. Here and there, I message Mimikbrew on Instagram. Like, we send each other the videos that come out. Like, he sends me some of the videos that he releases because I don't always have a chance to check them out, and sometimes I send him some of mine. And he left a comment on one of my videos saying, "Oh, you can have a Crustle signature card." I told him I don't really need one straight away, but maybe one day it'd be cool. And I did not even enter a giveaway, and he said, "Hey man, you know what? Let me get you a signature card." I'm like, "Dude, you really don't have to." But at the end of the day, he was a nice enough dude, and we agreed to do a switch off or a signature for signature. So basically, this is the envelope that Mimikbrew sent to me. As you can see Mimikbrew on the envelope. So it's a plain white envelope from eBay, and went through an eBay listing. I really like how he does his giveaways in terms of like the limited tracking and utilizing that. So I think that's pretty interesting there. But a pretty standard eBay envelope. I do like the thermal label and just the envelope in general because it made it a lot easier for me to open it. As right here, I just needed to open it from that end. I didn't really need my gloves or box cutter in this case, just because it seemed like from right there it was easier just to open the envelope. So this card, I believe, is coming out, and you all might have already seen this on his Instagram page, but this is the card that he sent, and he sent the packing slip as well, which is quite nice. But the card is pretty well protected in a PSA sleeve with some other protection on the outside, some like PSA team bags, I believe, so for slabs. And you can see the signature card, the team bag that the Crustle card is in. It's pretty cool that he used the illustration rare, and this is one of the Derpy cards, so that is really nice. That's one of the slab bags, and then this is another slab bag with the card in one of those PSA or slab grading sleeves. So pretty crazy. This card is pretty protected, so that is really nice. You can see the Crustlekyu, I guess is called, the Mimikbrew signature, and then I guess the Derpy with the coffee on the bottom left hand corner is pretty cool. The card's in pretty good condition. It looks like a near mint card, which is really nice. Honestly, I probably could have went with like lightly played or moderately played. I don't really have that much of a preference for myself, but near mint is always appreciated. So this is the Crustlekyu, and I'm trying to get it out of here, and I really do appreciate Mimikbrew for this. I in some ways didn't win a giveaway, so I didn't really deserve this in some ways, as some of his other fans probably win giveaways. But regardless, I really do appreciate the gesture. And this is the Crustlekyu outside of the penny sleeve, and man, this is quite a nice card. And this card is so nice that I'm going to be putting it in one of my more known sleeves, like the Dragon Shield sleeves that I kind of have left over from my friend. Again, not sponsored by Dragon Shield, but this one is definitely going to go in the binder for sure. I already have a spot for it in the Crustle Master Set page binder, so that's really cool. I really do appreciate he used the illustration rare from Paradox Rift. I really do like that card quite a bit, and he probably saw that in my videos somewhere along the way. So really appreciate that he got this card. I think this card right now is now a $4 card, which is pretty crazy. I mean, I remember picking this card up last summer for like $2, so it's gone up like $2 in value, which is kind of crazy if you think about a Crustle illustration rare. I don't know who would really want to pick up the Crustle illustration rare, but hence the card itself. But overall, really like the signature card. I really do appreciate the gesture. I guess this card rivals the signature card he did for Lechonka Mania. Honestly, the Lechonka Mania one is pretty cool with the coffee cup next to the Lechonk after he's passed out after eating. So that's like a pretty cool card. But this is a pretty cool card as well. I did not expect to have a signature card so soon and just at all in my collection from Mimikbrew. I mean, there are times where I could have entered the giveaways, but I just didn't feel like it because I figured there's some other fans of his that probably want the Derpy card a bit more than me. But every once in a while, Mimikbrew would be like, hey man, you should enter this giveaway. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just enter the giveaway, you know. Show some support and help the algorithm for his channel. And his channel is really growing, by the way. I think when I subscribed to his channel, I think it just maybe hit 5K or something like that. I don't remember, either 5 or 6. I don't really remember. Now he's like at 7 something, almost 8,000 subs, which is crazy. But the views on his videos are quite high, and he has a lot of engagement from the community, which is probably the most rewarding thing I would imagine for him. So overall, this is going to be my signature card, and that he sent to me, and I'm going to send one to him as well. So that's kind of the exchange that we're going to do. But this is my binder right now, and I cleared the spot. I moved the Boundary Cross Crustle over, and now the illustration rare from Mimikbrew, the signed card, is going right underneath the actual Paradox Rift illustration rare that I got myself from my very first card show. So it's really cool to see the two together, like one on top of the other, like the regular card and then the signature card below. So now it's like a full Crustle page, as Mimikbrew wanted when he said in the Crustle Master Set video, when I showed off the binder, he said the last spot was going to be for a Derpy or a Crustlekyu, and there you go. So there you have the Crustlekyu right there in the kind of bottom center of the binder. And again, thanks Mimikbrew. Your signature card from me is going to be on the way. So we basically ended up doing an exchange, and that's how I ended up getting the Derpy or Crustlekyu here. I said to him, hey, instead of you just sending me the signature Crustle card, why don't I send you a Crustle card or whatever Mimikbrew or Mimikyu card of my signature, and I'll do the Crustle. And he said, yeah, get me a Crustle card, do your signature, and then we'll do the exchange. So I am on the lookout for the Crustles. I already have the Crustle that I already picked out, so that one is on its way. But I am hoping that he enjoys mine because he's a more significant person in the space. I'm just a small fry, man. Like I'm like a micro peon in the space, so I don't know if he'll appreciate my signature, but you know, it'll be just kind of a fun thing to do, just kind of a fun little exchange to do. And he seems like a cool dude, Mimikbrew, and he knows his stuff in the space more than I do, like way more than I do. So honestly, it's nice learning and just hearing his honest thoughts, which I think that's kind of refreshing in this space, to have some honest thoughts and have some knowledge to back up behind all that. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like this Crustle page, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.